Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the man, myth, the legend, Mr. Greg Dickerson. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, Michael. Good to see you.
I think we ended up video number 2 in just an awesome place. We've kind of painted a vision that a soft-ish landing is coming. The Fed's got to do it. They don't have a choice. There's no more Fed put. So I want to flip the script. I want to talk about the opportunity ahead. I think there will be tremendous opportunities to buy assets on sale. I think something you have taught us over the years is get creative. If you're looking to buy a business from somebody who wants to sell, get terms, right? Delay financing, all of those amazing things. So let's talk about the opportunity ahead for the ones that are prepared, because I think there's a lot of wealth to be built by buying assets on sale.
Yeah, absolutely. Cash is king. That's what everybody's going to learn in these cycles like this, that, don't believe that narrative, say cash is trash or whatever. In these cycles, cash is king. Why? Because you can take advantage of opportunities and, those big moves in the bottoms of the markets. Big corrections is where, the biggest opportunities and the biggest moves come from, whether it's investing in markets, whether it's, buying a business, buying real estate. And what's really cool about understanding creative terms for business and real estate is a lot of those have been financed on really good terms. And, when you're going through a deflationary period like we're in right now, where the Fed has to raise rates, they have to destroy demand, and we're in this fundamental shift, companies that are over leveraged, if they start losing earnings and they can't keep up, that creates an opportunity for somebody else to step in that has a balance sheet or has cash resources, and take that thing over for nothing, because you can provide the liquidity you need moving forward. And, the things that kept business alive to this point are gone, EIDL, payment protection plan, all of those types of things, the SBA being just wide open with loans, those types of things are getting more difficult as the Fed does, QT, as they pull liquidity out of the market. That means the banks have less money to lend. So it becomes more difficult, more stringent. They become more selective versus just throwing money out there at anybody and everybody. So it's really interesting time. So the creative nature of finance is where your best opportunities are made. And you don't need cash, you need expertise.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm trying to be open with my audience in is I've really been an investor that kind of did a couple of things repeatedly, right? Bought off the MLS, basically got bank loans, then did private money. What I'm looking at in the future is kind of a repeat of what I saw transpire last time, but did not take advantage of. And that is the fact that there will be opportunities in what's called pre-foreclosure and or short sale and other creative financing, right? I have done seller financing, but I haven't done sub 2 or these other areas. So I know that I need to invest in myself. I know that I need to get more creative. And this is from a guy that's been doing this 22 years. So what I want to do here is tell people it's time to invest in yourself. Get better, add new things. Don't sit still for what's coming. I don't know. I call it get better, invest in yourself. What do you think of all that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, in any environment, in this environment, especially for people that may be losing their jobs or layoffs, and, as the economy tightens and things like that, this is the time to educate yourself, build those skills, build your expertise so you can take advantage of opportunities. And just like you're saying in the subject to world, there's a lot of bad information out there about what that is and how to do it. But there's a lot of great loans and mortgage products out there where, why would somebody who has a 2.5% loan ever become a target for a sub 2? Yeah. Well, they lose their job. They have to move. Prices are coming down. They can't sell their house because they paid too much. They have no equity. So the only option is let somebody take over the payments. You're not taking over the mortgage. I know there's somebody out there that uses that in their advertising, saying that you take over the mortgage. You're not doing that. You're taking the property, you're taking title to the property. The loan stays in place in the existing borrower's name. You're just making the payments on their behalf. You're not taking over payments. You're not taking over the mortgage. You're taking title to the property, which puts the property in default, because you can't transfer title without paying the loan off legally, technically. But banks generally don't do anything about it as long as the payments are being made, insurance is kept up, all those types of things. So just understand what that is, what the laws are in your state regarding it. I think there's very specific laws in Texas around this thing, this strategy.
They're probably very restrictive everywhere and probably going to get more restrictive as this becomes an opportunity.
Yeah, but it's totally legal, and it's on most, contracts like, Association of Realtor contracts.
It is. In California, it is. It's one of the options.
Yeah, it's subject to the existing loan. So, it is a great strategy. I've used it in the past, for a lot of acquisitions, a lot of different ways. I teach people how to do it, in my courses and in my mentorship program. I've got one guy that I taught how to do it, made his first deal made 60 grand on his first deal, no money out of his own pocket, taking a subject to deal,
Yeah.
Getting creative with how to get the renovations done and flipping the property.
Nice.
He actually ended up making over 100 grand his first year using that strategy.
Yeah. And this is why I'm lucky enough, fortunate enough this time to be able to invest in myself. Before, I had 20 minutes a day. All I could look at was the MLS. I had no time, right? I was a busy tech worker.
Now, there's going to be huge opportunities. If you're interested in markets, now's the time to educate yourself on the markets and trading and those types of things, because when they do bottom, that's going to be the time to go in, but you need to know what you're doing. Crypto, whatever it is, crypto is very different, very specific in how that market moves. So, I mean, you need the education, if you want to buy a business, you need to know how you're going to run it, how you're going to find people, you got to know the numbers, all that kind of stuff. So this is the time to do it when things are setting up for the biggest entry opportunities that you're going to see for a long time. And it's cycles, and there's no telling how long this can last. Back to the Kathy Woods conversation, that 5-10 year horizon, if you're buying at the top, things have to correct and come back. I mean,
that's a hell of a round trip.
Years,
yeah.
Just to get back to even. So, you want to make sure you understand what your horizons are, what the past looks like, what your metrics are, what you can do, those types of things. And, now it's time to play defense, right? There's a time to be bullish. There's a time to be bearish, and there's a time to be neutral. And right now, this is defense, man. This is full on defense.
I love that. For me, this is absolutely defense. If you've been watching my channel, I refied, got some 30-year debt on some stuff, playing defense, building cash, because Greg and I saw this coming. It was really Greg that told me it was coming. So I took action. Now I need to invest in myself, because again, I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I'm going to learn pre-foreclosure and short sale this year. Maybe take advantage of it Q4. I'm going to guess it's next year. But yeah, seller financing terms. I have this 50-40-10 I've worked out with the non-QM lender, where I get 50% from the non-QM lender, 40% seller second, and 10% down. I'm going to try to do that a dozen times over the next couple of years. I'm going to go hard on.
So say that split again.
50-40-10, 50% first from the lender, 40% seller second, 10% down, 50-40-10. Yeah. Basically get into a building for 10%, get the lowest rate possible from a non-QM lender at 6.25% for the first, and then negotiate a 3%, 1% second, 10-year balloon. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. And even on that 10% down, you can negotiate deferred down payment on that, because that's ultimately going to go to the owner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. So again, folks, I'm investing in myself. I'm imploring you to invest in yourself. First and foremost, a lot of you have to pick a market, learn a market, get a buy box, get focused. Too many of you are still all over the place. This is the time to get focused, I believe, so you can learn your skill, learn your market. Greg, any closing thoughts, and where can people find you?
Yeah, gregdickerson.com. And, this is the time. Educate yourself, build those skills. If you want to step out on your own and create your own business, your own path, whether it's, freelance, start a business, buy a business, get into whatever, you got to educate yourself. And that's where it starts. And now's the time to do it.
Oh, amen to that. Thanks, Greg.